But we're going to begin with Chelsea. Graham Potter's Chelsea side take on Fulham tonight. It's at 8 p.m. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Ahead of the game, he was asked how he plans to keep all his squad happy after 9 more players were brought in during the January transfer window.
There's going to be a few awkward questions. That's the reality of where we are. A few awkward conversations because only 11 can play and only a certain amount can be in squads. So there's always going to be ones that will be disappointed. And it's about being as honest and open and respectful and transparent as you can. Again, create an environment where you respect the fact that people want to play, the fact that you respect the fact that players want to compete and help the team, but they have to be patient and make sure they're ready to play and perform and help us win.
It's a nice problem to have for a manager.
Is it?
Well, okay, there's my question. Is it not? I was always under the assumption it's better to have a large group of players, excellent players to choose from, rather than a small, depleted
Do you know
squad.
what I always think? Of course, it's better to have better players to choose from because you can get, of course, you've got good players, you get good results. But I think because he's new to this level of football club, where the expectations as a Chelsea manager is so high, you either win something or, as we've seen before, you either win or get out. Because he's never been at a club that level where the expectation is so defined of what they've got to do, it might be a bit of a problem for him. I guess a manager with more experience at this level, who's been an elite manager, who's won trophies, who's competed at that top level, would know how to deal with them kind of characters because they are the biggest character when they walk in there in the manager. Like Jose with these players, I'm not saying the football's better because it wouldn't be, but he would go in there automatically and command respect because of what he's done previous. Graham Potter's going to have to do a little bit of that, earn a little bit from these new players. So it might take a bit of time, but I think eventually if he's given time and with the kind of coaching and the football that he can play, I think Chelsea will reap the rewards.
Let me ask you, you were at Spurs under Martin Jol,
yeah,
and it was you and Jermaine Defoe were usually on the bench because ahead of you had two of the greatest strike partnerships we've ever had in the Premier League in Dimitar Berbatov and Robbie Keane.
Yeah.
Were you told, when you signed for Spurs, were you told you wouldn't be in the starting 11 if everyone's fit? How did that work out?
No.
How did the manager deal with the four of you, actually?
Do you know what? It was never... that a manager would never... If they're trying to sign a player, manager, if I'm trying to sign you, the first thing I'm going to say to you is, listen, you're not going to play. If everyone's fit, you're not playing. You don't say that. You just say, listen, you're going to have to fight your way past Berbatov and Keane, but there will be opportunities for you. So don't think you're coming not to play. Like, at times, you'll get opportunities to play. When you get them, you've just got to take them. And that's what I found when I went to Spurs with Defoe, Berbatov and Keane. You kind of know, because I'd seen what them two had done before, Berbatov and Keane as a partnership, you go, it's going to be hard to crack that. And obviously Defoe speaks for himself. Every time he got an opportunity, bang, he scores. It's difficult. So you kind of know as a player that it's going to be difficult. And the players that Chelsea have signed as well, they'll know some of them. Like the right back, I think it's Gusto they've signed.
That's right. James and Azpilicueta ahead of him.
He knows full well, maybe not Azpilicueta, but he knows full well when Reece James is fit, Reece James is playing.
Yeah.
But it's just one of them, when he gets the opportunity, if he just keeps playing well, sticks at it, then you never know, you get a bit of luck.
Okay, so we've both got in front of us the piece of paper that you've probably seen it all over social media, it's on TV as well, about all the players on Chelsea's books and the positions they're in, right? Mason Mount, does he start if everyone's fit? Because you've got Chukwuemeka, who I think will be behind him in the pecking order, but you've got Enzo Fernandez, that they've just paid over £100 million for, so he must be starting. What happens to Mason Mount?
I mean, Mason Mount, I don't think he got off to the greatest of starts this season. Wasn't great. Then he had a little period where he played really well. But like anyone, his form of late hasn't been great for Chelsea. He's kind of fallen into this period where what they've done, they drew with Liverpool, beat Palace just about, lost to Fulham 2-1. So he might have to bide his time as well. But I think with a squad this thick, I know there's still got a lot of injuries, so a lot of these players, Broja, Lukaku's not here, Aubameyang's not even getting a look in, Kante's still out, so Bakayoko's not there. So I know there's a lot of players.
Bakayoko?
Yeah. Yeah, so
I forgot about him. I think this is the last year of his deal, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've got Baba Ratman there still. Baba's still there.
Oh my goodness!
So I get it on this piece of paper. It looks really thick, but they've still got a lot of injuries.
But up top, they don't have a number 9 still in my world. Felix, Havertz, Broja, Aubameyang, Lukaku.
Well, Broja is out injured all season, but he was a number 9.
No, I know they've got a number 9, but I'm looking right. They're strong everywhere. I still don't think they have an out-and-out goal scorer. A good one. I know Aubameyang and Lukaku, I get it.
Yeah.
Felix, I don't see as a number 9.
No, but I think he'll get goals. I think the way that they play, I think he would definitely get goals. But obviously, of course, he's suspended. That's not really going to help. But no, I think with this Chelsea squad, I think Mason Mount maybe will start tonight. But it's one of them, I genuinely think if he doesn't pull his weight, regardless if he's one of their own, I think if he doesn't pull his weight and his performances don't lift, then he'll be out the team.
Okay.